back on the feeder rods today for this £2 roach that seems to elude Alex. So that's in the plans. Always will be till we get it, I suppose. We do have our sleeper rods, as we call it, on the pike. I've got two with a roach deadbait and a mackerel. And on the other rod, Alex has got one out there with a sardine, is it? Yeah, sardine out. So the other thing we're going to try with this edit is, as I say, something slightly different. I've been asked by many a folk in work, well, how did you get into fishing? And I'll always say, watching John Wilson. And one of the things that I always loved about go fishing was in the first 10 minutes he was fly fishing for trout, and then the adverts would come on. You'd nick for a pee at the toilet or something, grab a cup of tea, and then he would be fishing for skate. Then he'd go for another advert, and then he'd be back fishing for pike or something. It was the amount of options, being an all-round angler, the options it gives you. If the river's no good, you can come to the loch. If the loch's no good, too high, you can go sea fishing. If the wind's too crap, you can go to the other side of the country. All these options that you have. So maybe touch on that throughout the day. Touch on our trip last week, which was to Loch Etive, which was absolutely Baltic. Probably the coldest fishing session I think I've ever had. With that said, we did have some malfunctioning with the cameras and the microphones, so some of that footage, it didn't quite pick up the audio, and so we'll see what we can mishmash together with this current episode of Angling 360. So I've still to catch a fish. Alex has caught a couple of roaches, as you've seen, so hopefully the day improves. There we go. Taking a wee bit of time to get them going, but that's what we came for. Quality winter roach. A few more like that would be nice. A £2 would be nice. Well. Well, it's roach that we're after, and they're few and far between, but there's also plenty of these wee guys in here. A little rough. Cool looking wee fish. Edible? Probably. This is not going to plan, which is surprising because we turned up, seen there's a good bit of colour in the water, and that's worked in our favour in the past. The river that runs into the loch, just up the shore a wee bit there, is in spate just now, so it is pushing a good bit of water through, so there is a nice toe and it's nice and coloured. And I turned up this morning expecting to bag up. I think I've had 5 or 6 fish.
There's 5 or 6 fish more than Gordon's had, mind you, so I'm doing alright. But yeah, it's tough. But we're going to stick it out, we always do. And while we try to winkle out a couple more roach, have a look at how we got on last weekend, where it was equally as cold.
No, at least it was colder.
But we managed a couple of fish. So while we brave this, check out last week's adventures on Loch Etive.
But trust me, don't let the blue skies fool you. I've seen that comment a few times this week on Facebook. It is bloody freezing. I think it was about -5 there or thereabouts. Honestly, hands and face numb. The first drop down into about 100 feet of water.
200 feet of water.
200 feet of water. A couple of fish are on. Looks like we've got a couple of wee pups. There we go. Look, the biggest spud dog I've ever caught. Wee bit of bother getting the hook out the first one, so we dealt with him first. We'll get him straight back. Having fun?
So cold, but we are immediately into fish. We've come to the first mark, deep water mark, 200 feet or so. Gordon's had a double shot of spurs. I think I might have another small spur on here. But yeah, they're definitely not big.
A start, but
It is a start. This place can be funny. One day it'll fish its socks off, and then the next day it'll be absolute garbage. So we'll take any fish we can, especially when it's as cold as it is just now. What we got?
colour's coming.
Double shot. I think we're going to have a few of these today.
This isn't going to be easy today, I'll tell you that. Get him back. Everything's frozen and breaking, the phones and the mics, everything are not working. Don't know what kind of video we're going to get today. So those in England that can't understand me, tough.
I don't think I understood him there. I have absolutely no idea what he said. We're struggling a wee bit today. We're struggling with our fingers. We're struggling with phones. We're struggling with everything. But we're catching fish. That's the main thing, I suppose. But it's not going to be easy today in terms of filming, so it might not be the best video, but we'll give it a right good go. Hopefully it'll get a wee bit more mild later on. We might have to go and find the sun. We're sitting in the shade of a mountain just now. We might need to move just to get a bit of warmth. But we're on Etive. We're on Loch Etive. We're out with TFC boats. So if you don't know about TFC boats, check them out on social media. Doug Bannatyne is the man that you want to get in touch with, and he hires out Orkneys, and the boat that we're on just now is a Maryland, and it's great. It's kitted out with an 18 horsepower engine. It shifts, it gets you up the loch quite quickly, and it gets you to places like this, deep water marks like this, where the majority of fish you're going to catch are fairly small, the small spurs that we've seen already, but there's the chance of something a wee bit bigger. There's some nice big ling in here. There's some decent spurs, double figure spurs. there's codling, there's pollock, there's rays, there's dogfish, there's even skate. So you just don't know. But aye, let's see how today goes. We'll try our best, but it's tough in these cold conditions. At least -5 this morning. It's not much milder now, but yeah.
You realise the longer you're talking, the more colder my horn's getting.
We'll catch some fish.
Ah well, we're never far away, are we? I always think these Etive dogfish look slightly better marked than others. I know they do taste good, but we'll put this one back. That's cold. The other mic, if the sound starts changing to be windy and non-windy, the mic, the cold's playing havoc with it. It's no good. Plus Alex is a bit again with the cold wind in his fingers. We try to try and catch some other than spur dogs. I think we might maybe see how we go here, maybe another half hour. Maybe move, see if we can find something else. At least throw us fishing and catching get done here, so we can always come back here later on. They're a surprise. Oh, I've one in the bottom and all. I'm fishing an up, one down trace. That's on the up. That's on the down. I think I've washing enough spurs for the day. Well, bigger ones would be good. But just quickly to show you, this is my wee budget boat rod and multiplier, the Abu. A GT345 LW, no idea what that means. But there's the up down, one up one down, sorry. It's about 1.5 foot, a size 3/0 hook, 5-ounce lead on a wee boom, and about 4 or 5 feet up. Same again, about 1.5 foot trace on the up. I don't know how well Alex is getting that. But aye, it's been double hookups pretty much 90% of the time. As I say, we don't want to be doing this all day. We do want to try to find some bigger spurs, maybe some rays, and as Alex says earlier, some whiting or some codling or a bit of luck, a ling, who knows. But we did catch something when Alex's fingers weren't operating and the phone was playing up. This is a first for me in December. A mackerel. So that might get us a line or a big spur, who knows. But that's going on now. Oh, and that water's cold, let me tell you. This is a line, it's a small one, but something tells me it's a spur. The last line I caught here was just like a dead weight. This seems to be coming up pretty much similar to the other spurs.
Well, it's a nice spur. Better one. Lasso, it's not even hooked.
That's another line. There we go. Maybe a wee bit bigger than the other big one I had earlier. What a run.
Hold out the side.
Oh, it's freezing. Right, we'll get him back. That was probably the biggest spur of the day. But the run that it took, that's what drew our attention. But see, we lost that fish. Alex told me the telltale sign that it was a spur if we'd lost it. Look at the bait, look at the bite mark. That's what's left of that whole mackerel I showed.
Hold the side on.
A typical wee shark bite. I reckon that'll pick up another one. I'm going to fish that on the bottom again. See if we can't get another one. Now, we did say we were going to move, we're still in the same spot, but I think we'll probably give it another 20 minutes or something, and then we'll be moving. It's got a wee bit warmer. Alex doesn't agree.
Oh, into a fish.
So we moved to spud dogs to dogfish. That's the third one we've had here. I think we're going to move again. As Alex says, fish is fish.
Hold them closer together.
Mine is the bigger one.
Yep.
Right.
Pack of dogs down there. Let's go somewhere else. said earlier on that it's not going to plan. Definitely not going to plan. The bites have dried up completely now. At least earlier on, we were getting a few bites and there was a couple of fish to be had, but they've just disappeared. Unusual, really unusual for this place. We've had huge bags, well not huge bags, but really good bags of silvers from here in the past. And like I say, that usually fishes quite well with a bit of colour. A bit too much colour, I think, today. It looked promising earlier on, but the lighter it's got through the day, you can actually see it's chocolate. It's just too thick with sediment. Pike don't like coloured water either. We've found that here, that once there's a bit of colour, the pike rods are just they may as well be non-existent. And again, that's unusual for here because we've usually got pike smashing roach in the way in, usually following us right up to the pier and turning away. It's usually alive with fish. Like pike wise, we've had fish to £16 take roach and actually manage to land them, which is fun and games on a feeder rod, but it can be done. More often than not, they let go at the last minute. But I'm just reminiscing about times gone by now, because nothing's happening today. We're contemplating. I don't even know what we're contemplating. Do we stick it out? Is it worth it? Nah, don't know.
You shooting?